Welcome to Cactus Coven Weekly, your official home for all the action, drama, and chaos from the most ruthless fantasy football league in the desert. 12 teams, one ring. Every matchup matters, every point counts. And this week, we find out who's chasing glory and who's already fighting for survival.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Cactus Coven Weekly, the official report of the Cactus Coven Fantasy Football League. I am your host and commissioner Tristan K. Barrientos, and week 2 did not disappoint. Today we'll be breaking down the biggest wins, the toughest losses, the latest power ranking shakeups, the rise, the fall of Mean Machine, and everything in between. The hunt for the ring is still underway, and in this desert, only the strong survive. Jumping straight into it, this week's matchup of the week it goes to the Rocky Mountain Oysters versus the Bevo Burgers. Holy shootout, did we have a game here. The Rocky Mountain Oysters beat Bevo Burgers 156 to 139. Some of these standout players that helped push Rocky Mountain Oysters over the edge are Rome Ondunze, who scored a total of 31 points against the Detroit Lions, and Puka Nakua, who scored 27 points against the Tennessee Titans. Puka Nakua looks to be this year's wide receiver number 1. We will continue to monitor his progress as the season goes on, but it looks like the Rocky Mountain Oysters has a good wide receiver room. On the other hand, looking at the Bevo Burgers team, Bevo Burgers' Malik Neighbors was able to score 37 points versus the Dallas Mavericks. Although this is a large sum of points, it was not enough to drag the team out of the mud due to the fact that Devontae Smith, Chase Brown, and Brock Bowers all underperformed versus their matchup this week. We look forward to seeing what these two teams have to offer in the desert as the season goes on. Experts are saying that this is not a fluke and that we will see these teams more than likely face each other in the playoffs. Diving deeper into the league, the Battle of the Mid took place this week where the Evil Empire took on Kilo's 8 Ball. Kilo's 8 Ball was able to secure the win over the Evil Empire 102 to 76. Evil Empire's first round pick, the Denver Broncos, led him to absolute defeat, with them only scoring 0 points. Experts and commissioners around the world are wondering what the hell was going through his head when he decided to draft a defense first round. Looking into some of the players, the biggest letdowns this week go to Derrick Henry only scoring 2.3 points, Cutland Sultan scoring only 1.6 points, Drake London scoring 5.9 points, and Geno Smith only scoring 6.2 points. Some notable injuries also going around the league. Joe Burrow is going to be needing surgery and could miss at least 3 months. Austin Eckler is out for the rest of the season with an Achilles injury. Justin Fields is in concussion protocol, and Jaden Daniels is dealing with a knee injury. After week 2, we have a new leader in the league. Rocky Mountain Oysters takes over first place. Last week he was in second and now jumping to first. Cakes is now in second, and Dame Dalla is in third. Dame Dalla had a belt-to-ass performance against the Mean Machine this week. Dame Dalla outscored Mean Machine 158 to 96. We caught up with Dame Dalla to see if he had any words for Mean Machine and the rest of the league. This is what he said. Dame Dalla, you just demolished Mean Machine. What would you say to Mean Machine if he was standing right here, and what would you say to your future competition?
Hey, well, I respect him for trying to go toe-to-toe with me, but very few can. And this win is a statement for the rest of the league that they need to get their A game up. Talking to you, Evil Empire.
Thank you, Dame Dollar. Looking at the bottom of the league, we of course have the Evil Empire in dead last place, only scoring a total of 165 points across 2 games. This week, the Cactus Coven had a special opportunity to interview the one, the only, Patrick Mahomes to see how he was feeling and his thoughts about the league. Here is that interview. I am now joined by the one, the only, Patrick Mahomes. Patrick, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. getting ready for week 3 and happy to be here. How about yourself, Tristan?
I'm doing great myself. Thanks for asking. Patrick, after 2 weeks, who's the real team to beat in the Cactus Coven?
You know, it's pretty clear the team everyone's chasing is the Rocky Mountain Oysters. They've got balance everywhere. Quarterback putting up monster numbers and a couple of guys who can break a matchup wide open any given Sunday.
In your opinion, Patrick, what team deserves a rebrand before week 3?
That is a great question, Tristan. I will have to go with the Evil Empire needs a rebrand, mostly because, well, they just aren't winning. When your record's rough, that whole Evil Empire vibe starts to sound more like mildly annoying Empire.
And the last question I have for you is who would throw the most dramatic fit if they lose this week?
Oh, that's Dame Dollar for sure. Nobody rides the emotional roller coaster like he does. One bad break and you can almost hear the phone hit the couch from across the league.
And that's all the questions that I have for you, Mr. Mahomes. Thanks again for joining me and talking about our fantasy football league.
Thanks for having me, and good luck to all the teams.
An interview was conducted with the Rocky Mountain Oysters to see how they were feeling after their 2-0 start. Here is that interview. Hello, Rocky Mountain Oysters. This is your commissioner, Tristan Cade Bonientos. How are you doing today?
Doing well, Commish. How are you?
Can't complain. Can't complain. I see that you are sitting at number 1 after the fall off
Yes, sir.
of
Yes, sir.
the Mean Machine. What has been the key to your early season dominance?
I'm gonna say the key to my dominance so early in the season happened during the draft. Sitting in the 12th pick, a lot of key players fell to my spot as other teams were picking unusual picks for the first round. So I'm gonna say draft day. Draft day has been a big key.
Yeah, draft day was definitely interesting as we saw some players take defenses the first round. Quite a interesting take from those players. I wonder how those players are doing and thinking right now. Other than that, what message?
Commish, I wasn't gonna call him out, but hey, you know, you want to call him out, call him out.
What message do
All
you
good.
have for the rest of the league after taking the number 1 spot?
Uh, I'll say, what's up, Captain Coven bitches? This is your number 1 spot, Rocky Mountain Oysters. And for you ladies who don't know what Rocky Mountain Oysters are, they're cow balls. So as you guys look up to the number 1 spot, you're gonna have a pair of balls looking at you. So
That's a good one. That's a good one. If your team had a victory song or walk-up music, what would it be?
that would have to be the late, the great Ozzy Osbourne, Crazy
Okay.
Train.
Crazy Train.
May you rest in peace.
That's a great pick. Great pick. And last question I have for you is how do you stay motivated knowing that every manager in the league is coming for the number 1 spot?
It's pretty easy to stay kind of motivated. It's pretty good feeling. There's After looking through the rosters of each other team, there's possibly 3 other teams that have great rosters. So it's not a very deep roster league. So it's pretty easy to stay motivated.
Well, thank you for your time, Rocky Mountain Oysters, and I wish you the best of luck to the rest of the season.
Appreciate you, Commish.
Cool.
Have a good day.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and that wraps up this week's Cactus Coven Weekly. Commissioners, please make sure you lock in your teams and get ready for your battle this week, as the strong only survive in this desert.